Yeah. What up, everybody? It's Classik Talk number 7. This one's going to be more driven towards music artists, but can probably and most likely apply to other artists as well. We are the music industry. I think more of us need to get more into a mindset of doing more ourselves and not relying on others out there in the world to carry us or to get us somewhere that we ultimately want to go, because we can get ourselves there. With a team, you know what I mean? Not everything is done with one person. But self-sufficiency is key in this game, especially music. I mean, let's just be real. We're in a different age now, and a lot of us have access to more equipment and portals and avenues and platforms that were a lot harder back in the day to get to, especially in the digital age. This way of communication right now, if you're watching this right now, whether it's wirelessly through your phone, through your computer, however you're receiving it, whether it's audio, video. It's kind of crazy that it's wireless too. That's just technology is wild. But you're watching this, and this is one avenue or one portal or one stream to get to your people. And this is nothing. I mean, it costs equipment, you know what I mean? But this is free for the most part. I mean, there are subscriptions, like you might be watching this on, let's say, YouTube, but you pay for the premium or whatever it is monthly, where there's no ads or however that works. You know what I mean? So there's always going to be little investments, but there's always going to be investments, period. But this is directly to the consumer, directly to you, directly to the audience. You know what I mean? Like back in the day, it wasn't just this easy to bloop, press a button, access to millions of people, potentially, you know what I mean? But a lot of this in our game, music game, we can do ourselves. The game, well, for me at least, in a lot of avenues, is to cut out the middleman. Whether it's business, it's music, it's like, there's always going to be people that are more talented and more creative and more skilled in certain tasks. But especially starting off now, if you just use your resources and develop on that. For example, just making a beat right now. I can just turn on the keys, MPC. Everything's already plugged in right now, basically. You know what I mean? Get to making a beat. I could record it here if I wanted to. Things aren't, as high end as other studios that you could pay for. Like, for example, me recording some records out in LA or even here in the city in Detroit. Like, there's always investments, but if I invested the money and time to learn everything that other engineers know, and then, then some and whatever, because I know the basics for the most end, but like the ultimate goal is to eventually create my space where I don't have to go pay hourly rates for another studio. You know what I mean? There may be a time where I'm still paying my engineer, like in-house engineer. He's on the payroll, however we play it, like where I'm still investing, but it's all in-house. You know what I mean? It's going to take my overhead down and like give me more freedom, because I can be in my spot 24 hours a day. I can't be booking sessions at a different studio 24 hours a day. I mean, I could if I wanted to, and like putting the time and effort to get that money to afford that luxury, you know what I mean? But I think the luxury in my mind is ultimately one day having my own creative space where everything that I want to do artistically, I can do at high volume and high end and high quality. You know what I mean? High output with high quality. Right now, I can do so much. I can create my beats. I can make my music. I can record vocals. You know what I mean? I do a lot of vocals on my own that I can you know what I mean, a lot of my career I mix my own vocals, but now I either send it off, you know what I mean, have like either like someone like Butch do it, or for example, Mr. Kuman out in California, out in LA, him, you know what I mean, different engineers mixing the sound. Like, once again, investment, because you got to invest in yourself. But the game is different now. It's still the same game, but I mean, we strip it down to less middlemen and less people controlling the operation. We can fully control our operation. Like, don't let no motherfucker come in here with some paperwork and then get you and then get your soul and your time and your vision, stripping that away from you because they see a certain dollar sign, a certain value in you that you may not align with. You know what I mean? Like, control your operation as much as you can. Like, be out here throwing your own shows, connect your dots, travel. Like, being in LA is like, was one of the, not one of the biggest things, it is one of the biggest things I've done in my life. Like, just being out there, living out there, and connecting with certain people. And I formed relationships that I know are probably going to last a lifetime. Being there, not even that long, but those connections, and then even new eyes on my brand and my product and me and my music. Like, I analyze not my numbers in a sense, but my momentum and who's watching, and you know what I mean, just by who's liking my stuff, whether it's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, like who's engaging, who's watching the stories consistently. Like, you start to form like an idea of who's kind of rocking with you, like engaging with you and fucking with what you're doing. And that's like analytics, or those are little, you know what I mean, momentums, if that's a word, that I can see. And it's almost tangible. Like, I see it. Okay, that's progress from tapping into a different market. Me traveling to LA, and then now I'm seeing new eyes that I've connected with, say Instagram, for example, artists or people who are a fan of my music, whether it's for me being an Uber and Lyft driver, playing my music, people asking who's the music, and I'm like, oh, that's me. Then they, oh, I rock with it. Like, okay, then I hand them my card, you know what I mean? Like, little shit like that. But then now they're engaged with the product. Like, now on Instagram, certain people consistently watching videos, liking, commenting, you know what I mean? Those are new fans and new eyes for me tapping into those markets. And that's just LA. So it's like Detroit, LA, low key, overseas, you know what I mean? Not as low key, maybe soon, but, you know, tap into different markets. And I think we could all apply that too. Whether it's in your main city to the next city outside of you. If you're in Detroit, and you tap into like the suburbs, Livonia, Westland, or fucking St. Clair Shores, whatever, Troy, West Bloomfield, fucking Novi. I don't know if I said Novi. You know what I mean? Just random cities outside there that are, you're forming eyes, like eyes that are engaging with you, and then your connections. Like, you connect with artists, you might collaborate with artists musically, then you got new eyes who are fucking with you and who might buy a product, who might buy a sweatshirt off you, or go buy, you know what I'm saying, any product you release, or go listen to your music, or, you know what I mean, buy an album at a show, or pay tickets to come see you at a show. And then it's consistently just connecting dots and then planting seeds. And the more I kind of reflect on my journey, I realize I've been doing that kind of over the years, whether it's subconsciously, not even knowing it. Because I think a lot about, all right, what's the next steps I can take, you know what I mean, to continue this and to evolve it and progress. And I realize I've been doing it subtly, subconsciously, naturally, but now that I kind of have a grasp on it, and the realization that I have a lot of control in my journey, and with that control comes even more hard work. If you're gonna take your career into your own hands, and a lot of the steps that you take on your own, like I said, with the team, like when I say on your own, that doesn't mean just solo you. It may be like that for your beginning years, or however long it takes to, you know what I mean, start accumulating people around you who actually believe in you, believe in what you're doing and the bigger picture, and want to connect with you and evolve with you and grow with you and build with you. because they want to see you win and they want to win. So it's a mutual beneficial relationship. Like I said, you might be on your own at first, but like when I say on your own, down the road still, I mean just not larger names, corporations and bank accounts and investors coming in. And these hands represent you coming in and kind of molding you to what they see fit, what they think will sell more, what they think this, what they think that, and it might strip you away, and then now they control it, and now you're just the puppet or whatever, like, how you dress, how you walk, how you talk, how you act, what you do, people you connect your names to, people you affiliate yourself with, and you know what I mean, what you represent, your message, corporations you attach your name to for a dollar sign or whatever it be, whether it be fame, attention, whatever game you're playing, it can get kind of dirty out there. Not to say connecting your names with bigger names or corporations is always a bad thing, because there's, you know what I mean, there's good companies out there, and there's good brands that you can connect yourself with and grow together and build off each other type shit. Like, there's stages to it, so don't think it's just always fuck all that. It's like, what I'm saying is do it yourself, like videos, you know what I mean? A lot of what I'm saying is me preaching to myself and preaching to those who may need to hear this or may want to hear this or whatever, because, you know, advice that I give can always be applied to my life, even if it hasn't been already, you know what I mean? But I'm speaking from experience and knowing now and future ideas that need to be implemented. Yeah, promote yourself, invest in yourself, use these digital outlets, man. Use Instagram, SoundCloud as it be right now. Whatever you can right now. But bigger picture even, going back to cutting middleman out, I've experimented with it. Direct to consumer, man. Like an album, for example. One album I dropped, The Good Always the Bad. When I first put it out, it was like $20 on my website. You had to go to ClassikUnity.com. You could stream it there, or you could buy it there. If you bought it, it was connected to Bandcamp, so you know if you had the Bandcamp app, you could stream it as much as you want. It's like just like if it was Spotify or fucking, you know, Apple Music or whatever. But in order to stream it through the app, you got to pay for the album. It was like direct, you know what I mean? So people were buying the album, you know what I mean? And that was the only way they could get it. And then no one was making any percentage off that but me. And those percentages were being split, and still to this day are being split through DistroKid to whoever's involved in the project, whether it's a guitar player, vocalist, mixing engineer, producer, whoever it is, you know what I mean? Like, split it that way. So, like, not only is the artist or you eliminating that percentage that another business is going to be getting, say it's like an iTunes, they get 30, 70%, which isn't bad. Like, when you sell an album through iTunes, like, you keep 70%, they get 30%. So for every $10, you get fucking $7. They get $3 for every, you know what I'm saying, like $100. They get 30, which isn't bad because it's convenient for the consumer and it's easy for the artist to put it on there. So it's like easy splits, but with that comes lack of information, analytics. Like, you can get certain shit maybe where players are coming from, but I don't think you can get email addresses and names and things like that through a service like Bandcamp. You'll see the email address, especially if they sign up for your whatever, like, you know what I mean? You'll see whatever the email is that bought the album, you know what I mean? Like even SoundCloud has some good analytics. You can see your countries, cities, and names, like usernames, who's listening, how many times they listen. Yeah, that might sound weird for you as if you're a listener, but as a business person and an artist, that's great to know. Like, oh, this person really fucks with me. So maybe if they're on your mailing list and wanna, maybe you shoot them an email, like whatever, a generic email if you want to sign up for the mailing list to get updates or whenever new songs drop, blah blah blah. And if you know have a link, blah blah, they can click it. So if they're locked in, you can fucking send them fucking information and whatever what's going on. And I don't remember the main point for that. Kind of lost. Lost maybe the point I was going for that particular. Yeah, but analytics and just consumer information, where things are coming from. You're gonna want to know that. So, yeah, iTunes could be good. It could be cool. 70-30% split. 70 artists, 30% iTunes. I think that's a good structure. But I think there needs to be more information that the artists and that the whoever's releasing the music can get. So that way you know who your fans are. It's not just money coming in, which is cool, yeah, money numbers, but you want to get information like who are these people? Where are they from? What's their email address? What's their name? You know what I mean? Like, real good information that you can build on. And you keep tapping into those markets like I was saying earlier. Like, and if you're starting off or you want to get out there as an artist, start going to open mics. Start, you know what I mean? I've met, oh shit, I think the motherfucking power just went out, cuz. Or just flickered. Good thing for a laptop, you know what I mean? You can't fuck with me. That would have fucked up the whole operation if this was like my like Mac Mini or a desktop or something. Or look at that shit crazy, cuz. They don't want this information getting out there. You want me? I'm just trying to talk to the artist. Nah. But yeah, man, get out there. I met some great people through open mics and just tapping into even venues that there might be one person. Like I say, and I've heard people say, like, whether there's a person, 1,000 people, 10,000, fucking million people watching you, like, always perform and give that same energy. If there's no one there, still, oh shit, there's all sorts of crazy shit going on, bro. This shit's wild right now. This shit crazy. I'm gonna keep it all in there too. Where's I at? Open mics, fucking, yeah, connections and just building with people. That makes sense. I'm just thinking, because my computer went out earlier upstairs. Actually, when I woke up earlier, it was like off, and I was like, power must have went out. And then when I was on it, not too long ago, it went out too. So that makes sense. What the fuck? Why is shit just going out? It ain't even like crazy weather right now. It's been raining a lot, so maybe something like that. Yeah, man, artists, get out there, fucking go to open mics, fucking go to fucking Google, see what's out there, tap in your markets, go travel, go hop on buses, fucking, you got a nice little car that can take you somewhere to some different states. If you're in the States, fucking go out there. Like, go out there, whatever city you tap into what's going on there. What are the people doing? What are the locals doing? What are the fucking people, you know what I mean, who are connected people doing? Not even just that, it's just get out there and experience, live life, man. Like, travel, connect with your audience, connect with like-minded artists, build. Just keep planting those seeds and it'll keep growing. I can reflect on past years and to where I am now and see some things in full circle and then it's forever evolving, and then new ideas come and new opportunities come and new things that excite you come, and it's a forever long process, forever process. It's forever. It never stops, especially if you're doing it yourself. Like, that's the whole synopsis of this episode. We are the music industry. We are the music industry. We don't have to rely on what we think the music industry is, or we assume these labels are bigger names and corporations to be, or that we need them in order for us to succeed or grow. Like, I went to a show the other day. Shout out to my homie Tony. invited me to a show the other day. It was at a L Club out in, it was in Southwest, a venue there, dope ass venue. It was my first time being there. But this dude that I've never heard of packing this place, people singing his records. I forget where he's from, maybe like DC or somewhere like that, somewhere in the States, fucking. But I was like, dog, like he's on tour right now. You know what I mean? His music was a fucking jam, and that shit was rocking. Like I said, his name's Odyssey. I think it's Oddisee. I think that's it. But good ass music, good message in the music, good ass production. I think he's a producer because I went to go listen to his music afterwards. Like been listening to it the past few days or since the show. Shout out to Tony for putting me on and inviting me to the show, like I said. But he's packing out this venue in a city that he's not from, and people are jamming, rocking, you know what I'm saying, singing this shit, fucking no word for word, a lot of the records, and I'm like, dog, like that's proof, like that's it right there. Like it doesn't always have to be mainstream success or I made it, meaning like the whole world knows you, or like there's people that are out here making a living, traveling the world off what they love, this music, man. Like, good ass music. Like, don't get caught up in what we think is this and that as far as like, I mean, a lot of trash, yeah, is being consumed and processed and, you know, put out there. But there's a lot of beautiful, good ass music out there too. It may be harder to find because it's not bigger networks shoving it down your face consistently throughout the day, every day, for weeks and months at a time. Even beyond that, I mean, yeah, what I'm saying is there's levels, there's rounds, and there's stages to this music world. Like, and don't get it twisted. A lot of these names that you may not even know that are traveling the world, if you want to put money into the conversation, or you're interested in money, like a lot of those people might be making more currency than the next person that's being shoved down the general audience's face, because his business might be different and he might not have a lot of bigger names and bank accounts and investors controlling the operation, taking more percentages out of the pot, and possibly creativity, and joy, happiness, a lot of those things. A lot of this life thing is about happiness. It's about forming your world, not being confined into another world that you don't even want to be in. Maybe play, dabble, sacrifice to kind of get out of those worlds. They don't bring you happiness. Or, I don't know. It's Classik Talk, number 7. We are the music industry. Do it yourself. Direct to consumer. Engage with your audience. Travel. Connect dots around the globe. Don't be afraid. Don't stay in one space, in one place. You see the same faces at all times. There's more out there. There's more world. And don't let money get in the way of you. Wait, what? Trying to say, don't let money get in the way of what you are trying to do or where you want to get to go. Like where you want to go. Don't let money get in the way. Meaning, travel, for example. Don't let the idea of, oh, it's expensive, get in the way of you going out there. Search. Dig deep. Go to Google Flights. See what buses and trains are about. Don't be afraid. Get out there. Like I said, even if it's the next city over, there's people out there that haven't even gone outside their city, really. And there's people that haven't gone outside their state, and that haven't gone outside the country. I've really only stepped foot into Canada. maybe tapped into Mexico when I was a kid for a drive because my aunt living in Texas or wherever we were, being able to drive, whatever, you know what I mean? But like me being that example that I haven't really tapped in other countries yet. New videos soon may reveal otherwise, but yeah, tap in other places, man. See what's out there. There's a whole fucking world out there. I can get into a whole other podcast about systematic programming and just dirty worlds and just living to live survival type of shit, but being super controlled and may not even realizing it, but you probably feel it in your soul type shit. That's another podcast, I'm sure, another talk. Once again, this is Classik Talk. Keep it moving, stay groovy in the movie, stay pleased, love yourself, love others. Stop bringing other people down. That's another talk too. Stop bringing people down, whether it's digitally, through your fingers, trying to shred and rip other people apart, or it's physically in the world harming, whether it's talking shit about the next person. There's a difference between talking shit and talking shit. Like talking shit is talking shit. Like talking shit to them, like, hey, shut the fuck up, like you dumbass. You know, that's talking shit. Like, shut the fuck, you know. And then there's like tearing people down, like saying shit to really try to harm someone and hurt them. But you know the saying is hurt people. And if you are one of those people being hurt by someone else, whether it's physically, emotionally, verbally, whatever it may be, whatever harm may be being caused to you right now, just know that that person isn't happy with themselves in that moment. And that's not justifying the situation. That's making a realization that that person's fucked up. So either A, keep taking the bullshit, keep harming yourself and allow others to harm you. B, get the fuck away from that shit. Build you without others trying to build you and push you around, harm you, eliminate it. Or C, I don't know, that's your own answer. Put whatever you want there. I'm out, y'all. It's Classik Talk, number 7. We are the music industry. We are the world. Do you, do it yourself. Direct to consumer. Artists, please take control and navigate your operation. Don't allow others to. Don't be afraid to engage with others and collaborate and take ideas, but don't let them mold you, inform you. And don't allow yourself to see others and think that's what you want to be or what you should be, because that'll get you to A or B. Like, just be you, baby. Be you. All right, y'all. Classik Talk. I'm out, y'all.